Hello, everybody, and welcome to Vinyl Treasures. I'm your host, Johnny G. John Galindo, coming to you live each and every Monday, only here on YouTube. Want to welcome you to the special edition, Barbara calls it the pop-up shows here on Monday, beginning at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. We're here for a couple hours. The specialty today are ballads. I know there are a lot of people that like the ballad sound, especially Jerry Hankins in Philadelphia. I know he does. Plus, a lot of you other listeners that tune in on Saturday nights. I know a lot of people like the up-tempos, but we had up-tempos last week. We're going to do ballads this week. And we opened up with a instrumental ballad there with the steel guitar. Many of you should know that song. That was one of my aunt's favorite instrumentals. That went all the way to number 1 on the Billboard chart. The two brothers from Brooklyn, New York, Santo and Johnny Farina. That was their debut single on the Canadian-American label. From June of 1959, Santo and Johnny, their tune called Sleepwalk. You can check it out. I think Dick Clark has, or they performed this, or they played the record, they performed it on that Saturday night show sometime in 1959. But a great tune there from the movie. I think that was in the movie Sleepwalkers. That's where another generation heard about that song. But anyway, enough of my babbling here. We're mixing up the years here. We're not doing it chronologically today, so I got, I think, a decent mixture of ballads that many of you will like. So let's open up the vocal portion here with this group that formed in Baltimore, Maryland. They were students at Frederick Douglass High School, and they signed with Herman Lubinsky's Savoy Records in 1950. Now, this was their debut single, their first of 8 on Savoy, and this was a big hit for them, at least on the R&B chart. Number 2 on R&B, the R&B chart. It features Larry Harrison on lead. This one originally came out on a 78 in December of 1950. Then a little later on, when Savoy was pressing up 45's, they put it out on a 45. Let's give a listen to the Four Buddies, December 1950. The Four Buddies with Larry Harrison on lead on Savoy, their tune called I Will Wait.
I will wait till eternity. I will wait, oh so patiently. I will wait, darling, please wait for me. Well, it sounds so strange to hear somebody call your name, but I know you are not to blame. Won't you please wait for me? Well, it's funny, baby, but true. I love no one but you. Though I'm feeling blue, I love no one but you. Oh, I'll stay true till I hear from you. I will wait, oh, so patiently. I will wait, darling, please wait for me. And darling, please wait for me.
That's the great sound of the Four Buddies to open up the vocal portion here on the All Ballad Edition this June 12th. 2023, December 1950 release there, the Four Buddies on Savoy. I Will Wait is the name of the tune. And prior to this, they backed up Little Esther in May of 1950 as the Bell Tones. I think it was called Cupid's Arrow. I have that on a 78. I'll have to play that on the All 78 show. We continue here, and here's a 45 out of 1957. Now, how many of you out there are familiar with a song by the Harp Tones called That's the Way It Goes? But listen to this next tune here by this group. I think this group is out of Memphis, Tennessee. The label definitely is. It's the OJ record label. No, actually, the group is from Atlanta, Georgia. The label's out of Memphis, Tennessee. The group is out of Atlanta, Georgia. This is a great two-sided 45. This is the ballad side, and like I said, it sounds so much like a Harp Tones tune. Let's go to September of 1957. Give a listen to the Rockin' Dukes. The Rockin' Dukes on OJ Records. It's called Angel and a Rose.
In a dream that I had of a picture and a pole, when it came into vision, stood an angel and a rose. Started from heaven and ended in my arms. My prayers were answered from unearthly charms. Image of Venus, the goddess of the sun. Her beauty enchanted the heart. I don't know why this angel was sent to me, or if she's a miracle from up above. But deep in my heart, I felt we never part. For in my arms I held hope and love. So disappointed when she left for the sky. She left her kiss and words of goodbye. My heart was broken, for I began to cry. I lost my angel. I lost my rose. Angel and a rose.
Yeah, we better call the lawyers on that one there, because I'm sure the Harp Tones, I wonder if they heard that song, because they definitely stole that record. Gordy mentioned it in the chat room there, but those are the Rockin' Dukes, September 1957 on the OJ record label. That label out of Memphis, Tennessee, the group out of Atlanta. Angel and a Rose is the name of the tune. Let's continue here. Let's go out to the West Coast now for this gal. She's from Los Angeles, California. Her name was Marcine Harris, but she recorded with her two sisters, Beverly and Betty Jean, as members of the Harris Sisters. But in 1956, Marcine Harris went solo with this release on the Crest label out of California. It's a song she wrote, and there is a vocal group backing her up. I don't know if it's the Chromatics or possibly who was on this label to back her up, but it's from April 56. Let's give a listen to Dimples Harris. Dimples Harris on the Crest label. It's called This I Do Believe.
I do believe someone above created you for me to love. Such warmth and tenderness are not of earthly things. one look at you, and I see my dreams, my wondrous one, unbelievable you. I'd spend my life worshiping you. Your smile, your touch is all that I desire. When you're close to me, you set my heart afire. Oh, lucky me. Ah, look at me, blessed with your love. Yes, yes, this had to be, for that someone above knew so well I needed just your love, my love. This I do believe. My wondrous one, unbelievable you. I'd spend my life worshiping you. For that someone above knew so well I needed just your love, my love. This I do believe. This I do believe.
Her name is Dimples Harris. Dimple Harris and an uncredited group there. Maybe the Chromatics. I don't know. Could be somebody else too. I have no idea. Really didn't get a chance to look in depth. At least my old research did. In April 1956 on the Crest record label. This I Do Believe. Johnny G does believe I'm playing all ballads. So if you like the ballads versus the opposite of last week's show, this is all ballads here. I know Joe Shacatano is in his glory because he loves the ballads. Also many of you in the chat room do. Let's continue now. Let's stay out in California though. This group is out of California, and on their first, or this record, maybe many of you own this by yours might read the guides, but it first came out as the Swallows, but this group recorded as under other names during their career, like the Senders and the Hollywood Saxons and the Uptones, and this this group features Carlton Beck on lead, and I have a promo copy of this, and I understand the stock copies, most of them say Guides, but some of them do say the Swallows. So these are the Swallows / Guides from July of 1959 on the Guidin record label. The song is called How Long Must a Fool Go On?
You've forgotten me, the happiness we shared. Yes, it's plain to see you never really cared. I'm just a fool. How long must a fool go on? Once I used to be your only pride and joy. Now you're tired of me, just like a broken toy. I'm just a fool. How long must a fool go on? I remember on the day we met, you told me you'd always be true. But the vows you made, they were only lies. Now I'm alone with the heart that cries. I still love you more each time I hear your name, even though I know that it will be in vain. I'm just a fool. How long must a fool go on? How long must a fool go on? Do you remember? Do you
Sounds of California here on the Vinyltreasure Show, though they're called the Swallows, aka the Guides, from July of 1959. Carlton Beck on lead. How Long Must a Fool Go On came out on the Philadelphia-based Guidon label, although Guidon had a connection out in California, so there are California acts on the Guidon label. You will see that as we continue here on Vinyl Treasures. Now, this is a record I found. I wish it was in better shape, but I was leaving the Allentown, PA show a long time ago, and a guy walked in with some 45's, and he had this one in the box. I said, well, look, I'll take it. You know, he had $40 on, and I said, it's not clean as I want it, but I'll take it. But it's a great tune, and according to Louis Silvani, in his Collecting Rare Records book, this group is out of the state of Oklahoma, but it's on Norman Weinstrower's Norman label, which is out of St. Louis. This is from April of 1961. Let's give a listen to the top hits. They're called the Top Hits on Norman Records. The song is called Love No One.
Love no one, love no one. Ooh, I love no one, love no one but you. What else can I do? I love no one.
They're called the Top Hits. The Top Hits there, April 1961, release on the Norman record label. Love No One is the name of the tune. Hopefully you love these ballads here. And Brian, it is not a styrene show. I don't know what I'm going to do for that styrene show. I don't even know if I have any I gotta see. I don't know if I have any styrenes. I haven't featured any yet. There's none on this page either. But anyway, we continue here, and we're hearing all ballads today. So if you like ballads, tell your friends about it. I don't think I've never done an all ballad show. I always feature ballads on the Saturday night show, but I normally mix them up. But they're all ballads tonight. And let's go to Detroit, Michigan. This is a rare 45. It's on the JVB label. The initials of the owner's name. His name is Joe Von Battle. Now, according to Louis Silvani, this group also recorded as the question marks on Swing Time and the Violinaires on the Drummond label. Now, on this recording, they were called the Gales, and it features Isaiah Jones on lead, a very rare 45 here from February 1955. Let's give a listen to the Gales on JVB. It's called Don't Let the Sun Catch You Crying, the Gales.
Don't let the sun catch you crying, crying in my back door. Daddy done got so mad, he don't want you no more. Don't let the sun catch you crying, crying in my back door. Daddy done turned salty, he don't want you no more. Now you can cry, cry. Yes, baby, you can wait. Put your head on the pavement until the man comes and throws you in jail. Don't let catch you crying, crying in my back door. Daddy done got so mad, he sure don't want you no more. Now when the moon goes down in the darkness and the sun comes up in the morning, don't ever let Daddy catch you crying. You know your daddy don't want you no more. Don't let catch you crying, crying in my back door. Daddy done got so mad, he sure don't want you no more. Want you no more. Want you no more.
There you go. That is a rare 45. They're out of Detroit. Yes, I was getting confused there a little bit. Out of Detroit, Michigan, they're the Sound of the Gales. Isaiah Jones on lead, February 1955 on Joe Von Battle's. I say it right? Or did I mess up again? No, Joe Von Battle's JVB record label, The Gales, with Don't Let the Sun Catch You Crying. Not to be mixed up with Jerry and the Pacemakers. Don't Let the Sun Catch You Crying. Johnny G here on a Monday afternoon, spinning original vinyl ballad 45s out of my collection. Don't know what I'm going to do next week, but I have some suggestions, but we continue here. If you have any suggestions, I have received quite a bit. You can send them to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. Also, if you have any requests, send them to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. Let's go to Harlem, New York now with this group. They had 5 releases on Bobby Robinson's Red Robin record label. This is their second release was their biggest hit. It was a song called Is It a Dream? But this was their 5th and final release on Red Robin Records. Now, it features Joe Duncan on lead. We go to August of 1954. They're called the Vocaliers. The Vocaliers on Red Robin. The song is called Angel Face.
Have you
just like an angel, high above the stars. Oh, angel face, the face of an angel. Oh, yes, that lies in a manger, high above the stars. Lovely face, the dream just to know you, my dear, to come in and hold you, my love, with love light in your eyes.
Love in your eyes.
Must I stranded here, commanded here by love that is false? Must I be? No, can't you see that this love is rightfully yours? Ah, angel face, shining high above, my dear, whispering words of love, my love. High above the
Those are the Vocaliers. That's their final release on Bobby Robinson's Red Robin record label, August 1954. The Vocaliers with Angel Face. Joe Duncan on lead for that one. They would have other releases on Paradise, on Old Town, on Vest, and on Twist Time, I think. That was their last one there. Anyway, let's continue here. This next group, they're from Wilmington, Delaware. Now, this is on Murray Katz's Treat label, a tune written by group member Leonard Griffin, not related to Leroy by the way, of the Nutmegs, but this group was managed by Wilmington DJ Mitch Thomas. He had his own local TV show between 1955 and 1958, and very similar to Dick Clark's American Bandstand, but I wonder if he had this group on the show. But anyway, it's from March of 1955. They're called the Five Diamonds. The Five Diamonds on the Treat label. It's called 10 Commandments of Love.
I'm writing these commandments just to tell you why our love has unfolded because of love.
First is I love you, the second I get, and no one will ever interfere. For darling, you're the one, you're everything to me. For things I miss you, oh yes I miss you so. But no one will ever tell you so. For darling, you're the one that I love. Need you in the morning, need you in the night. I need you when I'm tired. Please hold me so tight. I need you in the morning, I also need you in the night. I never can forget you, 'cause everything's alright. If I miss you, oh yes I miss you so. But no one will ever tell us so. That darling, you're the one, you're everything to me. Seven, I miss you, oh yes I miss you so. But no one will ever tell us so. These 10 commandments has kept our love so close together.
Those are the Five Diamonds. The Five Diamonds, not to be confused with the Canadian group. They were the Diamonds, and the song title, 10 Commandments of Love, Gordy mentioned it, not to be confused with the Moonglows, because many people would see this and say, oh, that's the Moonglows song. Definitely not. Totally different song there from March 1955. The Five Diamonds on the Treat label, 10 Commandments of Love. That was Seymour Simon sold me that 45 out of his collection. Was happy to get that. It's weird. It's on a DJ copy. I think you can get stock copies of that also. Anyway, we continue here. Let's go back out to the West Coast now. And we heard earlier from Carlton Beck. Well, he returns here with this next group, and they are previously recorded as the Hollywood Saxons, and also recorded as the Guide/Swallows. You heard them before, and also the Uptones. Now, this one is on Yancey Millsap's Entra label. They were known as the Senders on Entra, and it's a fantastic ballad. That's what I say. Carlton Beck on lead. He is doing the lead here from 1961. Let's give a listen to the Senders. The Senders on Entra Records. The song is called Spinning.
sweet voice, your charm. I'm longing and longing and longing. So please, let's not part. I'm so in misery. You had no sympathy. My one desire, you set my soul on fire. You are the one for me. My head is spinning, spinning and spinning like the spinning top. My heart is burning and burning and burning. It will never stop. My arms
Sounds of California here on the one, what do we call it, the Monday edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go. That falsetto, I think the falsetto on the back is Carlton Beck, but you definitely heard him there on the vocal. Senders there, 1961 on Entra Records. Spinning is the name of the tune. Johnny G is doing that only here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, spinning original vinyl 45s. If you're new to the program, tell your friends about the program. Nobody does what I do, really. And you get to see the original 45s as I play them here on the program. Let's continue here. Let's stay out in California. This is on Ray Dobard's Music City record label, but not much known about this group. They're known as the Five Crystals, but the song did receive airplay in the Bay Area, especially on KDIA in Oakland, California. It features Alan Richardson on lead. This is from June of 1958. Let's give a listen to the Five Crystals on Music City. It's called Path of Broken Hearts.
I'm walking down the path of broken hearts. There is no turning once this path you start. Only those have cheated and acted bad will walk down this path forever to be sad. If someone should love you, thank God. Don't lie and over their hearts trod. Do you hurt people and say that you don't care? Oh, you too will walk this path of despair.
they were listening to Little Anthony and the Imperials a little bit on that record. Maybe a little. The Five Crystals, June 1958, on the Music City record label. Path of Broken Hearts is the name of the tune, and this was also released on Dobard's Delcro label. I have it on the Delcro label. And it has a different flip, though, I think. I don't know which one came out first, but I do with that red Delcro. That was found in the load. I don't think this record was found in that Dobard load, the one that he owed so much in back taxes to the government. They seized, I think he had three warehouses. I know he had two. If Reed was here, he would know the story. They had three warehouses, I think, and they auctioned off the records, and lots of soul records in there too, amongst other group harmony stuff like that. But anyway, Johnny G here on a Monday. Let's continue here, and here is I think this is the first girl. Did I play girls before? I don't know. I think this is no, I did. Dimple Harris, although it wasn't a girl group, but a female lead, we'll say. But here's a girl group here on George Goldner's N record label. Now, both sides of this record written by Alice Adams, and I think she is the lead singer on this. Let's go to April of 1962. Give a listen to the Sweeties. The Sweeties on N Records. The song is called After You. We'll send that one out to Lupe in our YouTube chat room. I think Adrian Viterbo in Mexico would also like that too. And that's a great girl group sound, the Sweeties. April 1962 on George Goldner's N Records out of New York City. After You. After You is me. No, that's not. Johnny G here on a Monday afternoon as we continue here. And this is actually a flip side that I played last Monday by the Dan Lears. This group out of Brooklyn, New York. I featured the flip side of this, the up-tempo side. It was called Another night. My Flaming Heart. Johnny G. Lose. I'm telling you, I still got COVID brain fog. My Flaming Heart was the side that I featured last week for the UK listeners, but let's flip it over. This was the intended A side. This was a 45 that my aunt purchased in the summer of 1958, and their follow-up to One Summer Night. It features Jimmy Weston on lead. We go to August of 1958. Give a listen to the Dan Lears. The Dan Lears on Mercury. This is the A side. It's called I Really Love You.
I really love you. I really love you. Honest, I do. I really want you. No one but you. I really need you. Honest, I do. Honest, I do. I need your kisses both night and day. Please say you'll take me in your own little way. I really love you. Honest, I do. Both night and day. Oh, how I pray you'd come to me and you would say, I love you, darling, with all my heart, and I hope that we will never part. Oh, I really love you. Honest, I do. I really want you. No one but you. I really need you. Honest, I do.
They're out of Brooklyn, New York. There, those are the Dan Lears. The Dan Lears, they're second of four on the Mercury record label, the follow-up to One Summer Night, song entitled I Really Love You, August 58 on Mercury. Jimmy Weston on lead there. I have it on the blue Mercury. I don't know why it goes for a little bit more. It's not really an expensive record, but a great record, a great two-sided 45. Brings back memories of my aunt to your host, Johnny G. Let's continue here. Now, last week I featured this group's second release on George Gollner's Rama record label was Gee What a Boy. Well, this is their third release on George Gollner's Rama record label, and they're called the Joy Tones. And the chorus in the background that you'll hear are called the lyrics, as Raul Sita would often use them on many of the groups that he managed. That's including the harp tones too. But it features Vicki Burgess on lead, and prior to this she was the female lead of the Charmers that recorded for the Central label. I could have played those records too, by the way. So many great ballads through the years, really. But this is from November 1956. Let's give a listen to the Joy Tones. The Joy Tones on Rama, and their rendition of the tune My Foolish Heart.
My foolish heart, my foolish heart. The night is like a lovely tune to be aware. My foolish heart, how wide the
Yeah, great sound there of the Joy Tones. That's their third and final release on the Rama record label, November 1956. My Foolish Heart is the name of the tune. I didn't know that Gordy Freeman mentions that Vicki Burgess also performed in the later years live shows with the harp tones. That would have been great to see. Sorry, I missed all those shows. She replaced Linda Champion and Sugar Greer. That's, wow, that would have been great to see. I wonder if she's still performing today. I don't know. I don't think I saw some photo. Maybe John Clemente may know. I don't know. But anyway, let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's go to Harlem, New York. New York, to High Weiss's Old Town record label for the sound of the Solitaires. And not only did they have two great leads, Milton Love and Herman Dunham, the two great leads of the Solitaires. This is their fourth release, which features Bobby Williams on lead. And this is actually an old song. This one first recorded back in 1932. I think Bing Crosby did it first back in 1932. But this is from December of 1954. Let's give a listen to the Solitaires on High Weiss's Old Town record label. Bobby Williams on lead on Old Town Records, and their rendition of the tune, I Don't Stand a Ghost of a Chance.
I don't stand no ghost of a chance with you. I need your love so badly. I love you all so madly, but I don't stand a ghost of a chance with you. I thought at last I found you, but all the arms around you, but I don't stand a ghost of a chance with you. Would you surrender just for a tender kiss or two? You might discover that I'm the lover made for you. Yes, I'll be true. Oh, I'm so good on asking me. I know I must be dreaming, but I don't stand a golden chance with you. Ghost of a chance with you.
That's the great sound of the Solitaires here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, their fourth release On High Weiss's Old Town record label, I Don't Stand a Ghost of a Chance, December 1954, featuring Bobby Williams on lead. Let's continue now as we go back to Brooklyn, New York, and many of you are familiar with this group's New York City hit called My Heart's Desire. Came out on Joe Leibowitz's premium record label out of Linden, New Jersey. But the manager of this group was a former member of the Larks, Alan Bunn, and he wrote many of the songs for this group, as he did this one. It's the group's third release on Premium Records, featuring the unmistakable voice of Rudy Anderson on lead. This is from November of 1956. Let's give a listen to The Wheels. These are The Wheels on Premium. Their tune is called I Can't Forget.
I can't forget those happy hours I've spent with you last night. I can't forget the way you kiss and held me tight. I can't forget your smile so heavenly. I could hold you, dear, throughout eternity. I can't forget those lovely things you said to me last night. I can't forget because I love you. Can't you see? You are the dearest one I've ever met. Yes, I'm in love with you. That's why I can't forget. I can't forget those lovely things you said to me last night. I can't forget because I love you, can't you see? Yeah, you are the dearest one I've ever met. Oh, I'm in love with you. That's why I can't forget.
That's the sound of The Wheels here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Rudy Anderson and The Wheels, November 1956. Song entitled I Can't Forget came out on Premium Records out of Linden, New Jersey. Johnny G here with your afternoon pop-up show featuring only ballads today. So if you're in love with the ballad sides from the 50s and early 60s, this is the show you want to hear. I know some of the listeners from Saturday night, they are working. They're going to check it out on the archives. So let me know if you enjoy this type of show. Send me an email at vinyltreasures@aol.com where we do more ballad shows. I know Joe Shacatano wants all ballads all the time. We can't do all ballads all the time on all the shows, but we can do specials like this. So let's continue here, and let's go to the sound of the Ravens up next. These are the Ravens recording for Columbia. They had 5 releases on Columbia. This is their 4th, And I have 3 of them that were on those Columbia Micro Groove 33 and a thirds. They're like, there's no big hole in it. There's the LP center hole in there, but they play at 33 and a third. It looks so weird because the label's so large and the grooves are so tight. Looks like an album cut. But this is on a 45, this one. And it features the leads here, dual leads, Lewis Haywood and Maith Marshall on this. February 51. I'm losing my voice with the air conditioning on behind me. February 51. These are the Ravens on Columbia. It's called You're Always in My Dreams.
In my dreams, no matter where you go, you're always in my dreams because I love you so. You're always in my dreams, you're never out of sight. No matter where you are, my arms can hold you tight. I dream about you every single night, and then I wake up in the morning and I'm at it again. You're always in my dreams, we're never far apart, because you're in my dreams, sweetheart. You're always in my dreams, no matter where you go. You're always in my dreams because I love you so. You're always in my dreams, we're never out of sight. No matter where you are, my arms can hold you tight. I dream about you every single night, and then I wake up in the morning and I'm at it again. You're always in my dreams, we're never far apart, because you're in my dreams, sweetheart. Let me dream. You're always in my dreams, sweetheart.
Those are the Ravens on Columbia. That is their 4th of 5 on Columbia. Maith Marshall and Lewis Haywood dual leads on that. February 1951, the Ravens with You're Always in My Dreams. Did they say hearts? It says dreams. I thought they said hearts. Johnny G is always in your dreams every Monday right here at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be here till about 2 o'clock, maybe a couple minutes overtime here. Tell me if you like these ballads here as we continue here. This group is not too far. They are not too far from where Johnny G lives. They're originally from White Plains, New York, initially recording as The Questions back in 1958 for First Records. Then after a few personnel changes, they became the Del Rays. This is their release on Donald Shaw's Moon label. Moon Records was out of Newark, New Jersey. The tune written by the lead singer. His name is Bobby Benedict. Bobby Benedict on lead. Let's go to October of 1959. These are the Del Rays. The Del Rays on Moon. It's called Have a Heart.
Have a heart.
They're called the Del Reys. The Del Reys there on Moon Records out of Newark, New Jersey, October 1959 release. Have a Heart is the name of the tune. Bobby Benedict on lead for that one. Here's another ultra rare 45 as we head out to California here. The label is called Futura, Futura, a label out of Los Angeles, California. The group is called the Golden Nuggets. You would think they would be out of Nevada or something, but no. But although the person I bought this from was out of Nevada, but it went from California to Nevada, and it kind of upped the price on me by $300, but it's a long time ago. But anyway, this is the B-side. The A-side was like a novelty tune, I think, but this is the B-side, the serious side. The instrumentation is by Rocky Rhodes and the California Versatones. I have it on the white promo. I think the others that are around might be maroon stock, if I'm not mistaken, but this is from June of 1959. They're called the Golden Nuggets on Futura Records. The song is called I Was a Fool, and in parentheses it says To Make You Cry. This is a rare 45.
No, 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 no.
Called the Golden Nuggets. The Golden Nuggets there, June 1959, release on Futura Records. I Was a Fool, parentheses, to make you cry. Hopefully Johnny G not making you cry. Need to make you smile. We need smiles. Yes, we do. And here is a flip side from last week. I featured for the UK listeners Someday, Some Way by the Flamingos. It's on Art Sheridan's Chance record label. Let's flip it over here. They recorded this at their first session for Chance Records, January 28th, 1953. Someday, Someway I played last week. Let's flip it over. The flip side is excellent also. It features Solly McElroy on lead. I have it on red vinyl. There are more scratches on this side than the flip side, which played okay, so I have to apologize for that in advance. It's their first of 5, and the red vinyl release is really hard to find. This one from March 1953, Solly McElroy and the Flamingos on Chance. It's called If I Can't Have You, the Flamingos.
I don't want nobody's love if I can't have you. I don't want nobody's tears if it's not from you. You've got my kind of love. Oh, you thrill me so. And oh my darling, I want you to know I don't want nobody to treat you. What good would they do? And if this love make us with you, I'm gonna have you. So say you agree that you love me for eternity, 'cause I want nobody's love if I can't have you. So say you'll agree and you'll love me for eternity, 'cause I want nobody's love if I can't have you.
That's the debut single for the Flamingos there. That's their first release on Art Sheridan's Chance record label, March 1953. If I Can Have You is the name of the tune. Well, you can have ballads today. Johnny G giving you my ballads out of my collection. Hope you're digging on the cool tunes here. Let's go to New Haven, Connecticut for this next group. It features a female lead with male backing. The members here, or let me see, with male backing. Their first two releases came out. That's what I meant to say. Their first two releases came out on Joe Davis's Davis record label. I have featured them here not too long ago. Love Is True and Forever I Vow. But they left Davis to sign with Marty Kugel's Standard label. The result was this 45, written by the lead singer. Her name is Ruby Whitaker. Ruby Whitaker, she's on lead. Let's give a listen to the Chestnuts. The Chestnuts out of New Haven, Connecticut, with Ruby Whitaker on lead, February 57 on Standard Records. And their tune is called Who Knows Better Than I?
Beautiful, awful
They're out of New Haven, Connecticut. They're Echo and All. That's the Chestnuts there. Ruby Whittaker on lead. The Chestnuts, February 57 on Standard Records, Marty Kugel's Standard label out of Connecticut. Who knows better than I? That's Johnny G knows better than I. But for you collectors out there, the true first presses of this just say Chestnuts. That's the one I featured. And I showed you the second presses. It mentions Ruby Whittaker on the label. Ruby Whittaker and the Chestnuts. Johnny G here on a Monday afternoon, spinning all ballads. If you like the Ballad Show, send me an email at vinyltreasures@aol.com. Up next, a great two-sided 45 by this group from the Bronx, New York. Now, what kept this record from becoming a hit was the fact that it was released the same day that President Kennedy was killed. It's in November of 1963. So everything pretty much stopped on that day, and the radio stations, nobody was promoting music at the time, and this record just fell into obscurity. It came out on the CB label. The group included Patrick Gall, Francisco Zupalaca, Hector Ruiz, Fred Campos, and lead singer Douglas Rodriguez. Collectively, they were known as the Rialtos. This is from November of 1963. Let's give a listen to the Rialtos on CB Records. The song is called It Hurts. I gotta say, I really like that record. I do. Too bad that it was released the day that President Kennedy was shot, but that is a great record. The Rialtos there. Rialtos from November of 1963. Douglas Rodriguez on lead. It Hurts is the name of the tune on the CB record label. Let's continue here. And this next group formed in 1957 at a U.S. Air Force base stationed in Greenland, believe it or not. They approached Bea Caslin. She was owner of the Hull Soul/Mascot record label, and she decided to record them. In November of 1967, they had their debut single on B. Caslin's Mascot label. It was called Been So Long, which would be picked up by Leonard Chess's Argo Records for national distribution, and they ended up, I think they ended up with 3 releases on Argo. This is their third, and one of my favorite by the group, by the group. It features DeFosco Irvin on lead. We go back to October of 1958. I'm a little bit older than this record, probably a month older. Give a listen to the Pastels. The Pastels on Argo, and their tune called So Far Away. Those are the Pastels, DeFosco Irvin and the Pastels. October 1958, their third release on the Argo record label, So Far Away is the name of the tune. And I noticed that this the light in the daytime, usually when I do the shows on the Wednesday night and Saturday night, it's dark up here because I don't have it really lit up well, but now with the sunlight and it gives it more of a kind of like a foggy view. I think I have to change a setting or at least make it a little darker in here. That's what I've noticed. I'll have to ask my mother. She was telling me about the colors of the labels. I mean, this, you know, it's not great to have a sophisticated webcam. I have to ask some of the other YouTube broadcasters because the older ones are better. They focus better, etc. This one is kind of, I can't get it right. Sometimes I think in the background it's blurred, but if I do that, you won't be able to see the labels when I hold them up. So I try to get it like in the middle. It's this more sophisticated ones seem to be making it worse than better. If anybody has any suggestions, please send them to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. And I got to apologize to Brian Corn in Wisconsin. I didn't think I had any styrene 45's. I think I have 2 of them. Not the next one, but after. But this is a styrene 45 as we go to Brooklyn, New York now for this group. The lead singer was first a member of the DuPonts, recorded for Winley and Royal Roost. Then he became the lead singer of the Chesters on Apollo before he became the lead singer of the Imperials, signed to George Gallner's N record label. And in 1958, they would have 14, or beginning in 1958, they would have 14 releases on George Gallner's N label through 1961. Let's give a listen to their third, and it's a cover tune. This tune, first written and recorded by Neil Sedaka on RCA, but this is a cover. It features Anthony Bourdain on lead, aka Little Anthony on lead. December 58, Little Anthony and the Imperials on N Records on a styrene. It's called The Diary. Cover tunes here on the afternoon Vinyl Treasure Show. That's Little Anthony and the Imperials, December 1958, their third release on N Records, the song called The Diary. We continue here and stay in 1958, but let's go to the state of Ohio. This group is out of Cleveland, Ohio. This was their debut single for the group, and it's on a label called Studio Records, co-written by the lead singer. His name is Robert Chalmers, and this is the same group that later recorded for Neptune Records. If you know the tune, Why Treat Me This Way, they're called the El Palos. The El Palos from 1958 on Studio Records. It's called These Four Letters.
These four letters control your hopes, my wants, and our dreams. pat you on the shoulder and whisper, everything's gonna be alright. If you do your part, then I'll do mine. Then these four letters can't help but bring us joy and peace of mind. These four letters control your my one, and I dream.
There you go. It's actually not easy to find this record. The El Palos out of Cleveland, Ohio, a 1958 release on Studio Records. These four letters, Greg Surik, that was his copy before he upgraded his a little bit. He sold me that 45. Let's continue here. Let's go back out to L.A. This is actually the sound of East L.A. and this group called The Shadows. Actually, it's not a group. It's actually a duo. They are brothers, Jimmy Carlos and Pete Antoniano, that's how you say it. And they both wrote this tune. Came out on Bob Keene's Delphi Records out of Hollywood, California. First time I heard this record was on the Norman Knight Night Train show. That's where I heard it, from September 1958. Let's give a listen to The Shadows. The Shadows on Delphi. It's called Under Stars of Love.
A kiss in the night, a thrill of delight, makes me want to hold you nightly. In the still of the night,
September 1958. That record is as old as your host. Johnny G, those are the Shadows on the Delphi record label. Bob Keene's Delphi Records. He discovered Richie Valens. Yes, he did, but those are the Shadows. Under Stars of Love is the name of the tune. I think with their next release, they recorded as the Carlos Brothers on the Delphi record label. Johnny G here on a Monday, spinning all ballads. So if you're a fan of ballads, you should dig on this show. Maybe you don't, but you should. But let's continue here. Let's go back to Detroit. This is an early side out of Detroit. The group is called the Serenaders. Their first release was back in 1952 on JVB Records. I don't have that record. They also recorded as the Musketeers on Roxy. I have that on a 78. Yes, I do. And also on Swing Time. They had a couple more on Coral in 52. Then they signed with Bobby Robinson's Red Robin label to release this 45. It features Theron Hill on lead. This is from May of 1953. Give a listen to the Serenaders. The Serenaders on Red Robin. It's called Will She Know?
Will she know? Will she know? Will she know? Will she ever find out? Will she know?
That's from May 1953. They are called the Serenaders. Serenaders on Red Robin Records. Will She Know is the name of the tune. Theron Hill is the lead singer on that. Now, this group would later have other releases on Deluxe and Venus. On Venus, they were known as the Royals, and on Dawn, they recorded as the Scooters. And the group would eventually evolve into what group? The Royal Jokers, yes. Let's continue here. That's a very slow dance. I think, Ma, you can dance to that record too. Gordy says that's an easy one to dance to. You just kind of stand in place and rock back and forth, I think. That's a good way to dance. Let's continue here. Let's go to Queens, New York now for this next group. They recorded 5 on Saul Rabinowitz's Baton Records out of New York City. And this is their third release on Baton, the song written by the lead singer. His name is Gene Pearson, the great Gene Pearson on lead. Let's go to September of 1954. Give a listen to to the Rivaliers. The Rivaliers on the Baton label. The song is called Eternal Love.
Angels up above sing of eternal love. You left me, dear, you made me cry, but my love for you won't die. Eternal love. The angels up above sing of eternal love. They tried to bring you back to me so that I can be happy. Eternal love. The skies are blue and so am I. I know, my dear, I'm going to cry if you don't come back from afar. The light will fade from my lucky star. I love you so. I want you to know I love you so. Never, never let you go. Eternal love. The skies are blue and so am I.
I know, my dear, I'm going to cry
If you don't come back from afar.
The lights will fade from my lucky star.
I love you so. I want you to know I love you so. Never, never let you go. Eternal love.
That's Gene Pearson and the Rivaliers, September 1954 on Baton Records. Eternal Love is the name of the tune. They did well. All their records sold pretty well for Baton Records. And of course, their first release was the original version of 1,000 Stars. It was a big hit for Kathy Young and the Innocents back in 1960. But they had the first original version of the song. Johnny G here on a Monday. Hope you're digging on the tunes here. Let's go out to California. This girl group, they're out of Pomona, California, consisted of Elnora Hicks, Betty Hicks, Mary Thomas, and Ruth Davis, collectively known as the Sweet Teens. Now, this is the B-side to their debut single, came out on the Flip record label. Let's go to December of 1955. Give a listen to the Sweet Teens. The Sweet Teens on Flip. It's called Forevermore.
months to come? Why do you have to leave me so all alone? Because you're going to be miles and miles away. I'll think of you both night and day.
December 1955 release there for the Sweet Teens on the Flip record label with a sweet sound called Forevermore. And in 1960, one of the group members, Mary Thomas, would leave the group, and the trio continued to record as the Rubiels on the Flip record label. I have that record. I'll have to feature it here on the program. Then in 1962, they became the Hollywood Chicks. The Hollywood Chicks recorded for the Class record label. We continue here. Let's go to Chris Ford's Mint record label. This group backed up a couple of artists on the parent label, which was Tuxedo Records. I think it was Ann Nichols and James Carter. They backed them up, but then they had their own releases on the subsidiary, which was called Mint Records. And this is their third release from 1958. It features Sylvester Jackson on lead. These are the Sentimentals, 1958 release on Mint Records. It's called I'm Your Fool Always. called the Sentimentals. Sentimentals there from 1958, their third release on the Mint label. Sylvester Jackson, he's the lead singer. I'm Your Fool Always. Hopefully, Johnny G, I try not to be the fool. I was last Saturday night with all the mistakes. Maybe not many mistakes today, though. So thank you all for forgiving me. We continue here. Let's go back to Brooklyn now. Brooklyn, New York, for this great group. First recording for Jerry Winston's Onyx record label. They had 5 releases on the Onyx record label. Let's give a listen to the B-side to their 4th. It's actually a great 2-sided 45. I could have played the other side. This Could Be the Night. Well, maybe it's a little bit faster, but the flip side is a great ballad. It features Jerome Ramos on lead. This is their follow-up to Can I Come Over Tonight from October 1957. Let's give a listen to the Velours. The Velours on Onyx. It's called Hands Across the Table.
Hands across the table while the lights are low. Though you hush your lips, your fingertips tell me all I want to know. Hands across the table, be so tenderly, and they say in their little way that you belong to me. Hands across the table, darling. Yes, while the nights are low. Though you hush your lips, yes, your fingertips tell me all I want to know. Oh, hands across the table, me so tenderly, and they say in their little way that you belong to
That's the sound of the Velours here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Jerome Ramos. That is the flip side of This Could Be the Night. Hands Across the Table, October 1957 on Onyx Records. Those are the Velours. I'm going to predict that listener Joe Shacatano never heard this next record, Joe. I'm guessing that. But this 45 is out of Baltimore, Maryland on a label called Hope, Hope. And this tune produced by Bella Flowers and arranged by Alfonso Higdon. And the group is called, I guess you pronounce S-Y-N-G. Is that Sing? S-Y-N-G. Sing McGowan. And the it doesn't say the, does it? No. It says Sing McGowan and Wayward Sons. This is on the Hope record label. Now, here's the issue that I had with this record, because Ferdy Gonzalez said that this record was released in August of 1965, and I said, well, wait a minute. This record sounds no way like a 1965 release. Maybe 1960, maybe it does. But then when you look on the label, you see a zip code. There is a zip code of the company that pressed up the record, and that would have to be after July 1st of 1963. So I would have to say that Ferdy is probably correct in his disco file that this record was released in August 65, probably recorded much earlier. But that's what I say. But anyway, it's by Sing McGowan and Wayward Sons, August 65 on Hope Records. It's called How Will I Know?
How will I know? Really, real. How will I know? Should I believe my heart? I want to know. How will I know? So, really so. How will I know that you belong to me? How will I know? There's such confusion. In my heart. Please don't let me lose your love. I play the wrong part. How will I know you're mine, really mine? How will I know if you will tell me so? Then I will know. I will know. Yes, I will know. Tell me and I will know.
I guess released in August 1965, Sing McGowan and Wayward Sons on Hope Records out of Baltimore, Maryland. How will I know? Well, you will know when Johnny G stops playing 45s, when the show will turn off. We're going to go a little bit more. At least I want to get to the records that I took pictures of and posted on Facebook, posted some label scans on there. So let's continue a little bit. And here is another female lead with a male backing. This gal's name is Cleopatra. Now, who is Cleopatra? Well, she was married to Weldon McDougall, and Weldon McDougall, he was the bass of the Larks that recorded for Jerry Ross's Cheryl label. And he was also he was a member of the Larks, and you might know their tune called It's Unbelievable. It's sort of a local Philly hit for the group. But here they are backing Cleopatra up. Her name, Cleopatra McDougall. This is from 1961. It's on the Cheryl record label. This is Cleopatra with Heaven Only Knows.
Should
Cleopatra McDougal there, 1961. On the Cheryl record label, Jerry Ross's Cheryl Records out of Philadelphia. Heaven Only Knows is the name of the tune. I got time for 3 more 45s, and Johnny G's got to get out of here. And let's go back out to the West Coast, this time to Jim Lee's Monogram Records. You know what Monogram Records, what their biggest hit was on the Monogram label? Well, if you guessed Chris Montez, you were correct. Had a big hit in what was it, Let's Dance. That was 1962. But this is a little bit earlier. Another sound of East LA. The group is called the Citadels. The Citadels, from November of 1961 on Monogram Records. It's called Let's Fall in Love. The Citadels.
Let's fall in love. Let's fall in love. Hey, girl, you with the pretty red hair, come over here to me, and let's fall in love.
That's not an easy record to find by any means. The Citadels. I think that's how you say it, or I think that's how somebody told me to pronounce that record. Maybe I'm wrong. November 1961 on Monogram Records, not Monument. Let's Fall in Love is the name of the tune. This record would be covered by a duo, Larry and Mike, 1963 on the Piccadilly record label. The flip side is Queen of the Starlight Dance, I think, which is another great East LA sound. Johnny G here on a Monday. We're starting to wind down here on the program. Hope you dug all the tunes here today. Let's stay out in California for this request. This group called the Superiors. It's on a label called FAL, F-A-L. I have no info on the group, but both sides written by Steve Vedder, and it mentions on the label the Superiors with the Modernistics, probably the Modernistics, the instrumental group. This one came out in February of 61. Let's give it a whirl. The Superiors on FAL. It's a question. It's asking, or they're asking, what is love? That is on crappy styrene vinyl. You know how much Johnny G hates styrene 45s. Those are the Superiors, February 61, on the Foul record label out of California. What is Love is the name of the tune. I lied. I needed to get one more record in. So this is the second to last record. I promise I have to go eat my lunch. I do, but we continue here. Two more 45s to go. Let's stay out in California, Los Angeles, California. This singer was initially billed as Richie Valens' cousin, and he was called Frankie Valens, but his real name is Frank Manuel Vasquez, and he recorded with a group called the Artistics, recording for the Revolvo record label out of Hollywood, California. But here is a solo effort by him under the alias of Frankie Ellis. And it's a song he wrote. This is from June of 1963. Let's give a listen to Frankie Ellis on Revolvo Records out of Hollywood, California. It's called Just a Memory.
Just a memory, my love. That's what you are, a memory of love. So near but far, baby, baby, you did me wrong. Just a memory now and then, which I recall of times that we spent. But most of all, you said, darling, I love you so. Just a memory, yeah. That's what you are, a memory of love. So near but far, baby, baby.
There you go there, June 1963. Frankie Ellis is his name. That's on the Revolvo record label out of Hollywood, California. Just a Memory is the name of the tune. He later formed the group called the Amber Tones that recorded on the GNP Crescendo label. He played sax on their song Charlena, and he also recorded as Frankie Alvera on the Lola and the NRM record labels. That's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show. I want to thank you for joining Johnny G, listening to these cool ballads out of my collection. If you liked what you heard today, please send me an email, and that will dictate if I do future ballad shows. I know some people out there, they definitely like the ballads, so I expect to get emails from you guys that do like that. So we will continue with the ballads if that is the case. And if not, send me your requests also at that email address, vinyltreasures@aol.com. If you missed any of the program, it'll be up here on YouTube momentarily. And I got to post it up on my website, vinyltreasures.net. I think I posted all the shows. I sometimes forget about this show, but I eventually do post it. But anyway, that's going to do it, folks. I'll be back on Wednesday evening beginning at 9 o'clock, 9 to midnight with Soul 45's out of my collection. So if you like 60s soul, you want to tune into that program. If not, I will see you here with your requests on Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 to midnight for more 1950s and early 60s vocal group harmony out of my collection. So I hope you dug on the tunes tonight. And again, send me your requests at vinyltreasures@aol.com. We're going to close the show tonight. This is another late record. This record came out in September of 1965. I think this group is out of New York City. I like both sides of this record, but especially this ballad side here. And it's actually kind of a soulful ballad. Tune arranged and conducted by Bert Burns. It's actually charted. This was number 29 on WDEE in New Haven, Connecticut. It's on the Heidi label. You know, the Willows recorded on the Heidi label in 1964. But this is September 65. They're called the Yeomans. The Yeomans, Yeomans, on Heidi Records. And the song is called I'm the Guy. Well, I'm the Guy here on Monday afternoon from 1 to 3. We're a little bit of overtime here. We gave you a little bit of extra OT, about a half hour. So if you're new to the program, new to YouTube, please subscribe. Tell your friends about it as we grow the show. So that's it, folks. Just want to say, everybody, so long, the Yeomans.
His love, can't you see it in my eyes? Gee, I feel like I want to cry. Doobie-doo. I'm the guy, and I have a broken heart. Would never part. Can't you see it in my eyes? Gee, I feel like I want to cry. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to have to cry. Sometimes